Everyone, welcome in. This is Julie Max, the Maine Stamper. It is Monday at 8 o'clock here on the East Coast. I am back in Maine. I don't know if you guys missed me as much as I missed you. It's been a couple weeks. So last week, of course, I had the mystery box program going on for the week for an ordering special because I was so busy getting ready for my New York trip, my New York stamping retreat, which was awesome. It was on Saturday. And if you missed some of the pictures that I've been sharing or other stampers have been sharing, I have a complete recap for you after our class tonight. So stick around if you want to check out all the things that we did, all of the gifts that my stampers received. I got stuff everywhere, so I hope I can find it all. But it's going to be really exciting. We had such an amazing time. Hi Jess, I was so busy. I am so tired. I'm really still tired. Each travel day back to New York and back to Maine was like an 11-hour day, basically. And then I crammed in some family visiting and I crammed in more prep. I was still prepping while I was in the hotel in New York, and with the awesome help of my daughter Elisa and my granddaughter Isabella, who came with me. They were amazing. I have to give them a huge kudos, huge shout out. They did so much work for me. They were awesome at hauling things around. They were awesome at prepping things with me. So I couldn't have done it without them. And then Deb Jurek really was amazing to give us a beautiful space to stamp in, and she brought some of the most delicious treats. She spoiled me with a gift. Jen spoiled me with a gift. I had such a great time. I had amazing stamping ladies with me, I have to say. And they also, so many of you guys stuck around to help clean up. And it was perfect. You guys are amazing, wonderful. I cannot say enough. It was just such an awesome day. Hi, Jackie, and hi, Sandra. Yeah, I'm home. I have my card kits today are a little bit simpler. Now, they're not super simple because, of course, layers, right? I like to do layers. Here's one of our cards today. They all have something. They're all very common, though. They have a lot of commonalities, but they are featuring, so we've got lemon lime, we've got peacock, and we've got freesia. So they all feature the Courage and Faith stamp set. So if you get these kits at home, you can swap in any sentiments that you want or other elements as well. I'm also featuring the elegant, no, I'm not going to say this right. Elegant Edge Tag Topper Punch. So we're going to talk about the punch. And I'm actually sending you punched pieces for this class. And we're also using just one pack of designer series paper. I chose the Masterfully made designer paper. I felt like it was perfect to go with the Courage and Faith stamp set. So I kept things simple. I kept the design simple. The paper, I didn't go crazy with paper. I didn't go crazy with die cuts. But it's a really beautiful card set, and I hope that you enjoy this as well. We're going to pop over and we're going to get working on the cards because I have to share with you all the good stuff from the retreat as well. So stick around to the end to check out all of the goodies from the retreat. Let's get to my workspace, and we're going to talk about our cards tonight. So as mentioned earlier, Courage and Faith, I absolutely adore this stamp set. Of course, I love the sentiments because they are religious. And there are some very generic stamps that are going to go with. These are flowers and leaves, right? Little spots and dots. But the reality is you could make these cards and you could substitute in anything you have at home. So again, this is going to be our Fresh Freesia and Berry Burst card. This is Pretty Peacock with Pool Party. And this is the Lemon Lime Twist with white and black. So you're going to see this great tag topper punch in each of these cards. And they are also featured in each of the card kits. So you're going to get designer paper, you're going to get embossed pieces, you're going to get tag topper pieces. So you're going to be able to do things with these kits. So as we go through each card, you're going to see these in action. There's ribbons for each of them. Now, if you order with me this week using my host code, so my current host code is going to be W3WKPK9U. You're going to get 6 card kits. You're getting 2 each of these designs with your $35 order. And then when you bump your order up to $50, and this is before tax and shipping, I'm throwing in the embellishment that I used tonight is the Iridescent Pearls Basic Jewel. So they're kind of shiny pearls. I was really sad when Stampin' Up got rid of their basic pearls, but these are really pretty now. I've got them all coming down this beautiful little edge here on this card. They are on each of these cards, so these pearls are beautiful. So you'll get a pack of those, a full pack. This is my used pack. If you're ordering over $150 this week, be your own host. Don't use my host code. You're going to get Stampin' Rewards. You're going to get the card kits. You're going to get the embellishments. If you've already ordered with me today, thank you so much, right? We're going to be getting this all out to you next week. This will expire at the end of day, Friday, August 4th, which happens to be Coast Guard Day, in case anyone was wondering. One of my favorite days of the year. Just because my husband was in the Coast Guard for 20 years, we have to celebrate all of those good things. Now, I want to remind you guys, today's the last day. Have you earned any coupons this month? So during the month of July, every $50 that you spent with Stampin' Up, they are sending you an email. This is one of my emails. It says, hey, Super Crafter. I'm like, hello, that would be us. $5 off. So these are good for August. So starting tomorrow, you're going to be redeeming your coupons. Now you have the whole month, so you don't have to rush into it. But if you have coupons, you're going to be redeeming them. Today's the last day to earn them, however. So if you spend $50 today, you're going to get one coupon. You're going to get the kits. You're going to get the embellishment. If you want more coupons, today's your last day. So just wanted to bring that to your attention. Today is it. We're running out of days of July. I cannot believe July is almost over. All right. So as mentioned, this is the Masterfully made 12 by 12 designer series paper. I featured this in my June Card Maker Collective Club. So I've been playing with this paper quite a bit. Really bright, fun paper. I mean, just absolutely gorgeous designs. And with the Courage and Faith stamp set, I chose the larger, kind of more symmetrical sentiments here. I did not use the Be of Good Courage. I feel like this one would be a great one in a circle punch. These ones worked better in our tag topper punch. So let's talk about the tag topper punch for a hot second. This is what the tag topper punch looks like. So it has a 2-inch wide channel. And the edge of it here at the top, I'm trying to catch it so it's just in the light in the right direction. It's you want a full 2 inches. If you make it shorter, you're going to be cutting off things that are on the side. So it is a lot different from the pick-a-punches. This is the pick-a-banner punch. This is my favorite. And down here you've got channels that run a 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, and an inch. So again, you're limited in size. But you have 3 sizes and 2 designs with the pick-a-punches. With the tag topper punches, you're just getting a 2-inch piece in here. So I wanted to explain how that's going to work if you have them. I have tons of tag topper punches. Of course, some of them are retired. So we are going to start working on our first card. We're going to start with the purpley card because it's just so pretty. I just absolutely adore this one. So let me grab out all of my things. Now again, you are always getting 2 each in your card kits. So you're going to have 2 envelopes, 2 card bases, and 2 of all the parts and pieces that you're going to need. Now in this case, a lot of times I don't do the die cutting or punching if I'm featuring something, but this is really featuring the stamp set. So I felt like I could punch some of these pieces for you. You're going to have some great pieces here. So I'm going to just grab out 1 set worth of parts and pieces here. And we're going to bring in a pre-scored card base because it's just going to be easier. And we're going to make this card together. Now again, these are simple cards this week. They're elegant and beautiful in all ways. And of course layers, because I love layers. And I don't know if you saw the quiz that I posted. We had a lot of fun games at the Stampin' Retreat. And one of them was a little quiz. And of course the question was true or false. Does Julie like layers? And I was like, hello. Do I love them? Yes. Okay, so let me bring in all my supplies here and we're going to get going. And if I'm not my usual perky 100 miles an hour self, just know that it's only because I really am still a little bit tired. And that is all I can tell you. But we are going to do this. We're doing a card class. I'm committed to do a card class because I wanted to see you guys and hang out and see what your comments are. I missed seeing you and talking to you. I'm bringing in the Berry Burst, and I have a Berry Burst blending brush. Now this piece right here is embossed with the Elegant Eucalyptus. It might be hard to see in the light here, but once I put some more ink on it, you may be able to pick up some of the embossing on there. So this will come to you embossed. Now whether or not you add ink to it, that's all up to you. Like you're taking these kits and doing what you want. Now the leaves are kind of coming down this way, so I'm going to come off to the side here and just bring some of this ink down, and hopefully as I'm doing that, you're going to see, and I'm going to just kind of not quite as dark here on the end, but we're going to bring some nice ink in here and deepen down the edges. Of course, you're working on a scrap paper or something on the background for this because a lot of ink is coming off my cardstock as well as going onto it. Now, hopefully you can see the great nuances. I love how the light just on the cardstock just changes. You get those shifting colors. So here is that piece right there with a little bit of ink from Berry Burst. Oh, I probably should have left that open because we could stamp our tag. So for this one, you're just getting a tag. Now, some of these tags are interchangeable. I mean, most of them are white. You do have a tag that has a double punched feature. So just keep that in mind if you get these kits. We've got May the Lord bless you and keep you. So we're going to stamp this in Berry Burst because we do want it to be dark. I'm just going to put it right in the middle, just like that. And I love a nice bold ink for a sentiment, especially on white. It just stands out so beautifully. All right, let me set this aside. And we're going to bring in a stamp from this set. We're going to make a beautiful edge. So you can see they've got two, and really what these are meant to do is kind of curve around these sentiments up here. But I'm using them a little bit different because I like to try different things. So here's my card. It opens here. I always look to see which way it opens because I have been known to do it, you know, do my card and then it doesn't open correctly. So we're going to bring in Fresh Freesia ink. We're doing Fresh Freesia ink on Fresh Freesia cardstock. And I'm just going to ink this up. I'm going to start down here at the bottom. I'm just going to bring my design up on the side here. Now I'm going to come from the top and I'm going to turn my stamp and I'm going to come down this way. And I'm trying to, whoops, trying to not hit it till I'm ready. I'm trying to keep it over here on the edge so that it will be seen. I think I'm going to be doing a better job than I did on the first one. So I'm keeping it on the edge because we're going to be covering up a whole bunch of things here on the left hand side. Now you can see a huge difference. I hope you can see a huge difference here. I do a lot of doctoring and playing with ink and color. It's one of my favorite things to do. So I've got my Fresh Freesia blender brush and I'm going to bring the ink back in and swirl it here on my stamp pad, right? I'm going to come in from the side here and I'm going to come in. I'm not going to go over top of the stamp design, but I am going to come in as much as the design will let me. I'm going to bring ink inward, which might not be as much here. I left my ink really close to the outside edge. So we'll just bring it in. So I'm kind of filling in the curves here and deepening that down just a little bit. It gives a really great amount of interest. I'm going to come up here and do the top corner kind of heavily. Same with the bottom. So you can see here that we've added a really great amount of ink here. And on this one, I was over farther, so I was able to pull that ink in a little bit deeper. But we still have more to do because we're going to doctor this up a little bit. I should have left this open. And we should bring in our tag. While we've got this out, we're going to bring in our little stamp here again, this little flowery stamp. I'm going to stamp off. And then I'm going to stamp on over here. So I'm getting a very light image. I don't want to cover up my sentiment. I want it to be light over here. And I'm going to do the same thing again, but I'm going to come down from the top. Make sure that I'm in camera here. Coming down from the top this way, we'll come down kind of off the side. So I've got some stamping here on each end, but it's very light. So you can see that it just helps to kind of fill in that white space so it's not such a void. Okay. Way hot. We are not done yet. We're not done yet. There's always more. So even though I say these are simple cards, there's still steps and they're still fun, right? We have to have fun with them. I'm bringing in a white color pencil. This is an old set. I still have to get the new set. So watercolor pencils. Stampin' Up has a couple different sets of them. I'm bringing in the white and I'm going to color in with my white pencil these little leaves that I just stamped. And I'm going to try to leave the little purple, there's like a little purple center stem area. So where I can, I'm going to try to leave them. I'm not coloring it super specifically right now because I don't want to take up too much time. So I'm just kind of scribbling down some of this white pencil. Now, if you had a white gel pen, you could do the same thing. It's really beautiful when you have color cardstock to go ahead and add in a little pop of white on it, because it really lifts the image. I mean, it just brightens and lifts so much. I love this little bit of white. So we are bringing the white in here. I'm going to lift this up so you can see, hopefully see a little bit better the white there and just how much beauty. I mean, just it's absolutely gorgeous, the white effect on here. So white color pencil, highly recommend it. Just absolutely gorgeous. Let me tip my light here a little bit because I'm having a hard time seeing my computer tonight. Let me flip this way just slightly. Okay, I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but I am making some small adjustments on the side. Okay, back to our card kit pieces. So again, designer series paper. Now you flip it over, you may or may not choose the opposite side, right? Because maybe sometimes you like that side better. Maybe you like something kind of different. Maybe I like something different. I think I'm going to do it. Every time I get on here, I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, no. So you have to decide which side you want up, the pretty purple side, or maybe you like the bright flowers. And I'm going to do bright flowers. We're going to do an instant poll here as I create this card. I love doing the instant polls. Tell me which one you prefer, right? We're going to do this. Now this does not qualify for my color swap card. That will come on Wednesday over on Positive Paper Crafters, but so far here's what we have for my color swap. All right, before I put this down and put this down, we're going to play with our ribbon. So here is a ribbon. It's about 6 inches. You can see that I did a really nice little faux gathering here of the ribbon. I think some of my stitching is a little loose. I'm not a really great sewer. I'm not even close, but sometimes we pretend with paper. So I'm just going to pull a piece of tear and tape, and I'm going to start it right over here and come across. So I've got my tear and tape down. This is what's going to hold the ruched up ribbon. That's what we're going to call it, ruched ribbon. So let me get rid of that, and we're going to start over here off to the side, and we're going to leave a little bit kind of dangling off to the side. We don't need it to be snug to the side. And then I'm just going to kind of lightly gather it here and just kind of squish it into the tape a little bit at a time, kind of squishing up. So I'm basically pushing the ribbon over in small increments as possible. So I don't want it to be too fat and poofy. I want it to be kind of short. So I'm using all kinds of fingers here, pushing and pulling. My thumb is holding the ribbon. We're going to see how this turns out. I know you may not be able to see too much of this, but I'm going to lift it up here in a second and then show you my little ruching. So here's my little ruching. So if I hold it kind of this way, it looks a little bit like ribbon candy, right? If anybody remembers ribbon candy. While we were in New York, we went to our favorite candy store, Oliver's in Batavia. Of course, right? I had to get my sponge candy, we had to get our candy fix. I had my granddaughter. She is a kid in a candy store. No joking. So we had a nice little visit at Oliver's. We had awesome ice cream. Oh my gosh, everything was so, it's just fun, right? When you go out of state, you go visit, so many fun things to do. So I'm going to be putting dimensionals here on the back of this, and probably a lot of them. Whoop. Oh, that one kind of came off and pulled my paper with me. My thumb got stuck on it. All right, that one's coming off now. So this is going to be a naked dimensional. That one's already got the paper off. So we're just going to pull the backings off of these before we pop this onto our card. Don't be afraid to use your dimensionals because they really add a great element to your card. If you've got that depth and dimension with some lift, it's perfect. All right, so we're going to bring our card base back in. We're going to put this way over to the left because we want as much of our little beautiful pattern here to show. So here's what we've got right now. These are the bones of the card, right? You can make the card just like this and then do whatever you want with it. You will have, if you don't stamp a sentiment on it, you'll still have a tag here to put on here. But we're putting the tag on here just like this, and we are going to be putting dimensionals on there. It's got to go up and over the edge of that ribbon. So we're going to do 5 more dimensionals on this little tag paper. This little tag topped punch piece. Of course, you could do all kinds of things. This is most of the tags that are coming to you in your card kits this week are white. So you can do so many things with them. All right, so now we're just going to kind of cover over our ribbon wherever we need to, and we're going to pop this on here, and right about there I think is probably good. So we'll put that on there. We still have that cute little ruching there. Beautiful. Okay, so now it's your time to like, which one do you like better? The really purple one or the one with a little bit of blue flowers peeking out? I think this one is popping right now, but you guys are going to have to let me know. Now, all of these beautiful little embellishments, we're going to take advantage of some of these little dots that are right here on the stamp. I'm not going to fill in every dot that's here, but I am going to hit quite a few of them. So we're just going to start popping these on here as we go. You could have been up a little bit higher, buddy. Let's see. Well, we're going to go here and here. Now remember, if you're doing a $50 order, you're getting these embellishments too, so you can use as many as you want. That's always the fun part, right? When you have free reign over how many embellishments you're going to use. So there we go. Just like that, we've got some embellishments on there. I feel like I went a lot lighter, but you get the idea, right? You can put on as many as you want. And that is card number 1. Super simple, but pretty. Really pretty. And again, sentiment, love it. And we can be changing out those sentiments for anything that you have as well. But this whole set, when you put it all together and look at all of these beautiful sentiments, it's just a really gorgeous card set. So there we have card number 1. And I'm going to check comments real quickly, make sure everybody's still hanging out with me. Patty likes the purple. Oh, Michelle likes the bright flowers. Jess loves ribbon candy. Deb likes the bright flowers. Colorful flowers. There's a mix. You guys are awesome. I love that. These are so easy to use. The sentiments are perfect, Elisa says. I love it. Right? Sandra's got her order ready to go. That is so awesome. Okay, so that's card number 1. So when you get these kits, you can make one of each. You can flip your designer paper and do one of each. So that's a beautiful way to do that. Let's bring in card kit number 2. I don't know. I love it. I always love the blue cards. So this one may be my favorite. Just love this pool party ribbon. I can't wait to show you some of the cards from our retreat because we use this ribbon there as well. So always, again, with the card kits, you've got your 2 card bases, 2 envelopes. You're getting some designer paper. This is from the Masterfully Made. So I kept it simple that way. Now this one has the double punched ends. So I put the tag in and punched an end, and then I take the other end and put it in and punched an end. So you can do that with these. You can punch both ends if you want to. And if you wanted to use this on this one, you just swap it out and you punch, put this on here. If you don't have the punch, you can swap out these little pieces. So there we go. We're going to put together one of these with another wonderful sentiment. Let me stick these aside so we can get going on our kit. Okay, there we go. And this time, my paper is so busy. Maybe I'll flip it over. My paper's really busy. I reuse them quite a bit. All right, so here's our card. We're going to doctor up our pool party paper, and we're using these little dots right here in this stamp set. So we're taking advantage of different stamps, which is fantastic. I just got to find them. Here's my little dots. And I've got to find my sentiment. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Absolutely love it. Now this one, again, we're going to be using matching ink. We have Pool Party and Pretty Peacock. Look how awesome these colors are together. I love these colors together. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to doctor up the sides of our Pool Party paper. Now, if you're not ever a fan of some of the things that I do on my card kits and you get them at home, you can so easily change things up. That is not hard at all. So I'm just focusing on, I'm going to focus on all 4 edges because, of course, the Designer Series paper, as you can see, is going to come through and it's going to cover up the inside. So we really just need to have maybe 2 inches deep or so. This reminds me of when you take a fork and you have to prick your pie crust before you bake it. And I'm just always like, I need more, I need more, I need more. So this is hard to stop sometimes, but I think that's good. Even though it looks silly, right? You can always take your paper. Paper. Oh my gosh. This is beautiful paper. I mean, you can't go wrong with a side. I love this paper. I love this paper. We may have to think about this paper. But anyway, you put your paper on here, your Designer Series paper, right? And then you see, do I have enough dots around here? And I actually do. So I'm going to stop with the dotting, and I'm going to bring in my double tag topped punch piece, and I'm going to blend down just the outside. So right now, boring white, right? We're going to make it pretty, of course, with our sentiment, but I'm also going to just bring in Pool Party ink and my blender brush, and I'm just going to do the top. I'm not going to come down too far, but I'm going to do the top. I flip the punch piece around because I think it's just easier. If you're used to working from the top, flip what you can, right? And just make sure you have enough there. And now look how pretty it is. What a difference, right? We've got, it's almost like that little eyelet showing there, just is gorgeous. So that is all we need with Pool Party. Again, very simple, very beautiful. We're going to bring in Pretty Peacock and our sentiment. Now again, any sentiment you have that will fit in here is going to be gorgeous. We've got Trust in the Lord with all your heart. We're going to go right in the middle with it. And there it is, just beautiful together. Love this. And now we're just on to assembly and decisions. Decisions because we may or may not flip our paper. Let us look and see. Did I bring in my card base? I did not. My card base is right here. All right, let's make some choices. I love choices, right? We are not doing anything other than dry fitting right now. I think that this blue may not work with the peacock. Yeah, I'm going to say no to that. I just don't think that that goes quite as well together. We're going to stick with the original side right here. I love this paper. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down onto my cardstock right in the center. I'm making some great little rectangles here, right? Now before this goes down, and of course you could glue this down flat. It looks fantastic. We're going to play with our ribbon first. We're going to cut some here so that we can wrap around the back of this, and then the rest of it's going to be for a bow. So just cut what you need. Don't go crazy with your wrapping because you want a lot left over for your ribbon. Now to do the wrapping part, I'm going to bring in my silicone mat. I always flip the ribbon over, even though it doesn't matter which side I feel like it needs to be put the tape on. For whatever reason, I just flip the ribbon over. It's kind of silly. All right, so I've got my tape on here. We're going to just come across here, in the middle or so. And then we're going to turn this over, add a little bit more tape onto the side so that we can secure, and this is rapid back. So when you read my directions, you get PDF directions with the card kits. And I apologize, I'm behind a little bit on some of the PDF directions. So if you're still waiting on some, they are coming. The trip just in the event just really took way more time than I anticipated, but it was so amazing. When I say wrap and back, that's what I'm talking about, wrap and back. So secure in the back after you wrap it around. We're going to add some dimensionals because we're going to pop this piece right up. And so we're just going to do a bunch of them on here. That should do us, I think, this time. This is a bit of a smaller piece, so I always kind of judge how many dimensionals I use by the size of what I am trying to adhere. So we're going to put this right in the center. My card opens this way, so this is going to go down right here. It's a beautiful layer, and we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of our punched sentiment piece. And I'm going to do them for top and bottom only. Whoops, that one came off part way. These dimensional papers come off. They come with my hand as I'm lifting my hand up. So I apologize if it looks like I'm trying to throw this at you. So I'm leaving the center without dimensionals on purpose because I have a ribbon here and I'm kind of coming over if the ribbon's in the middle and this is kind of center focused top to bottom, then I don't want to put one where the ribbon's going to be because it's going to be a little bit higher in the middle and it'll bow upward. I did keep this piece over to the right because we're going to put our bow right here on the side. So I wanted to leave a little bit of room for that. So let's see how my bow skills are tonight while I'm tired. See if we can get a bow made. And we are working the bow thoughts. We're thinking happy bow thoughts while we make a bow. Oh, I did it. Yes. Beautiful. That's a very lovely one too. All right, ribbon scissors coming in. Trim my tail. And then this is going to go on here right about here with a little bit of tear and tape. That's my favorite way to stick down these kinds of things because the tear and tape just holds so well. So we're going to just push the tear and tape into the ribbon and then try to peel an end. Oh, that peeled off really nicely. Normally I struggle for a few minutes and then have to make up some thoughts to keep you guys not turning the channel because I'm not talking. But anyway, here we go. Look at how gorgeous. Now, of course, it's missing some bling. So this one is going to get more of these lovely little pearls. And because there's a lot of white going on, I did want to try to keep it on my original card. I kept it on the designer paper, but I'm going to rethink it this time, and I'm going to maybe change it up and put them up here on the sentiment and just see if I like it better. So we'll put a couple there. We'll put one down here, I think. And then I know that I used more on my original card and kept it on the designer paper, but this one I kept it on the white. So I'm not sure which one I like better. I always like to play a little bit just to see. But this one, oh my gosh, the pool party ribbon makes this beautiful. So that is card number 2. And that one is all done. Let's move on to our third card. I move some of my papers here. As I do that, I have to tell you, my dog missed me so much. She moped around while I was gone. She thought I got lost. Just didn't know how to get home. Poor baby. So she's sitting under my desk tonight, keeping me company. She's not letting me go too far out of sight. And that is a fact. She definitely missed me. All right, so this is our third and final card in the card kit. This is the lemon lime twist, and I paired it with black. I've got this really cute gingham ribbon. This one has a lot more in it because, you know, sometimes I get going with those layers. So you've got 2 envelopes and 2 card bases. You're going to have twice this ribbon. I had run out, my spool ran out while I was putting the card kits together. I know I have another ribbon somewhere, so don't fear, you'll be getting more. Now on this one, you're getting 2 tags. You're getting a white and the lemon line. You're getting an embossed piece. This is a white embossed piece. It's with the exposed brick. We've got some black cardstock. We've got some designer series paper, and I'm going to flip this over just to see, because I'm just like, ooh, I'm in a flippy mood tonight, right? So we're going to check this out. I have another card base here. Let me grab my card base. We're gonna think about this. This is gonna be very green. This might be a little different, right? I love changing things up, and I love when the designer paper works for you to be able to change it up at home too. So okay, these are the bones of our card right here, and you just basically add a sentiment. So let's get going on this one. This one is pretty simple too. The only stamping we're gonna do is actually the sentiment. So I've got lemon lime twist ink. My sentiment here is, in everything give thanks. Now this card, because I've brought in the black, this also could work with black as the sentiment. I don't know if that would be too dark, but we might try it because I'm going to grab Memento out. It's just sitting right here. I'm still putting away some of my items from being out and about with them. Let's bring in some, let's just try this. If I don't like it, I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to do green. But this should be the theme of my stamp on Monday, right? It's kind of like an experimental class where we try different things, because I make a card and then apparently I like to try different things. So let's kind of just eyeball and see. I think I'm gonna stick with that one tonight. So maybe not using the lemon lime twist. Maybe we're gonna try it and see. Now, if I change my mind partway through, there's still time. Of course, look, I got some ink on my finger. I got some ink on here. So what I'm gonna do to make it look a little different. Oh, actually, I forgot. On this one, I did some tearing. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I tore the we're going to tear that right off. This is my hot tip of the day, right? If you smudge your paper and you can tear it, I know this one doesn't show that it's torn, but it is underneath. So I'm going to tear it anyway. We're going to just see. So I did tear both of them. Maybe I'll layer them a little differently so we can see both tears. Okay, while this lemon lime ink is out though, we are doing a little bit of blender brushing on this particular piece right here. We're going to darken this down, make it a little bit darker. Probably don't even need to do all the sides because not all of it will show. We're going to layer the white one right over top of it. I'm also going to kind of come up here on the bottom, and when you tear and blend, it just really darkens it down too. So we'll kind of layer these together and see both of them. Now on this piece of designer series paper, if I use this piece, this doesn't apply. However, I'm just going to show you really quickly on this piece that I gave you in your card kits. I also used the same color, so tone on tone color, and I did all 4 edges of the designer paper. So I wanted you to know that on your designer paper, you can stamp, you can still edge, you know, ink in the edges. So you can see all the ink that's coming onto this. You can definitely change up your designer paper. Your designer paper does not have to be the way that it comes out of the package and then onto your card. So I deepened down the edges here before I put it onto my card base, which opens this way, right? So it gave it more of a contrast because I felt like it needed a contrast. We're all tone on tone here. I wanted it to look a little bit different. However, I'm really digging these flowers. I think it goes this way. So we may be using the flowers. Now, I'm not going to bring in green ink on the flowers. It's definitely not needed. This is certainly bright and happy and pretty, just like it is. So let's think about how this might look. I'm going to go ahead and put a few of these pieces together. So we're going to just put some glue here on the exposed brick embossed piece and layer that onto the black cardstock. And if you didn't even like this paper, you could put this like this. You could still have your two tags. Like there's ways that you can work if you want to make it even extra more simple. Maybe you think this is too many layers. So let's just look and see with this peeking out. Now a lot of this gets covered up, so you only see a little bit of it. I kind of like it. I wonder if I like it enough to like commit myself to it. So somewhere there was a little black strip of cardstock that is supposed to go on my card. And if I lost it, I'm going to grab out the other one from my kit. Let me grab out the other one. It'll show up later as I'm picking up. I'll be like, oh, there's that little black strip that I wanted to put across here. We're going to just leave this here for a second while I look at it because we're going to make a bow. Now you're going to be getting, I think this is 18 inches of ribbon because we're making a double bow. So I don't know if you can tell or not. That's a double bow, but it's, I'm cutting this in half. So like 9 inches. Yeah. So 2 sections of ribbon here, both at 9 inches. Cut that in half. So now I have 2 loose ribbons. And I'm just going to hold them together and make the bow just like I would make a normal bow, and just try to keep the 2 pieces of ribbon together and pull them through, hopefully at the same time. I did it. Okay, so when you have the extra, a little bit of extra ribbon, you can make your bows a little bit shorter and adjust, and then trim off the ends on the side that's longer, which obviously is the right side, way longer. And I'm just going to pull these little loopies apart so that it has more of the illusion that it is a double bow. It's like it's a big bow here. And then we'll trim off these, and they don't have to be trimmed evenly either. You can do one a little bit shorter, one a little bit longer. Again, so you have the illusion that there's a lot going on here. Just want to put this on here. I think we're going to do it. I think we're doing opposites today. The only card I kept the same, of course, was the second card. So let's play the opposite game again. We're going to glue down with the flowers up. Even though I added some ink on the back side, that's okay. I just wanted to show you what it would look like if you inked it at home. We are putting these flowers up, which they're bright and fun. So that's a nice matte layer right there. Now I could have popped this up, but I didn't. I didn't pop anything up actually on this one at all. And there's a little goop of glue here. I'm going to grab that off. And this will fit perfectly across on the white. So if you don't go over too far, you're going to be able to hit both sides. If you started over too far on one side and it just moved on me, then it's going to seem like it's short on the other. And it's hard to see because it's black on black here, but it will work perfectly. We're going to go ahead and adhere this one down again right in the middle. So we're only seeing a little bit of that fun paper. Now, if you wanted to, you could die cut or punch things out of the middle of the fun paper so that you have extra things, but still your matte layer on the outside. Isn't that beautiful? All right, so we're going to go ahead and put these together, and then this is going to go here. So I'm going to leave my green just a little bit down this time so that you can see the torn edge. So I may need to leave it just down a little bit further. Yeah, that'll work right there. Dry fitting and gluing at the same time. And then we'll check it out. So this one is really quite a bit different. I love to play here a little bit as I go. All right, so there's that. Now we just need a little tear and tape for our bow and some bling. And then we'll be moving on to the sneaky peek stuff. The sneaky peek. So I have been sharing some pictures from the Stampin' Retreat on my Facebook page on Positive Paper Crafters. You may have seen some things, but you haven't seen all the things, because there was one project that everybody took home. Oh my gosh, it was so busy. At the end, we're doing a mad scramble to get all of the card kits completed, and we're like basically everybody kicked into gear to help other people with what do you need embossed, what do you need die cut. We were just really teamwork galore. It was fantastic, and that way some people were able to take things home to finish up, which was really nice. But Crafty Lady, Stampy friends are the best, right? They're always just so good to everybody. So here we go. We got like our little double bow there. We're going to add in some bling now. Bring back in the bling. And again, this is your free gift. These are the Iridescent Pearl Basic Jewels with your $50 order this week. And if you order today, you're going to get one more bonus coupon. Now, those bonus coupons can be redeemed tomorrow. So starting tomorrow, right, we're going to be able to redeem them. They are good through the end of August. So there is plenty of time. Don't panic, right? And if you lose your codes, we can get those codes from Stampin' Up. They will kindly help us with that too. But they are emailing them to you directly. So here are the two versions of card number 3. Make sure I'm in the correct space here. And as I'm looking at this seems very light. So this is very tonal, kind of neutral. This one has a lot more pow and bling. I'm wondering which one you guys like better. I'm going to pop over and check out messages really quickly and just see if I have some. Jess likes the lime. Oh, Sandra's yelling at me. I didn't hear you, Sandra. Sandra, you should call me and we could chat together live while we're doing this. Michelle likes the pop of color. Yeah, Sandra, I do too. I think I like it better. It's so funny because I put these kits together and then when I make them the second time, I change my mind. But these are the 3 cards that you're getting. So you can see that they're very similar. We're using the punch in all of them. We are using the same Designer Series paper pack in all of them. They all have beautiful colors, and they all have the same embellishment. So they are very similar. They're very similar. The sentiment makes them beautiful. This would be a beautiful a gift to give this set of cards a 6, whether you're doing 3 or 6 to someone. This is just a beautiful gift too. So keep that in mind. I always love when the cards are so cohesive yet different that really they can be used as a gift. So that is our card collection for today, for this week. I'm just moving some things aside so we can start talking to you about the stamping retreat. Are you guys ready? Are you excited to see all the things that we did? Absolutely amazing. So first of all, welcome to the New York Stamping Retreat. I want to see if you can see this. This was the little sign that my granddaughter made. Isn't it adorable? It's in one of those stand-up frames so that it was available to see. Now, she made this in the hotel room one evening, and she mimicked the booklet that we received. Everyone received this was the card recipe book. So she grabbed the flowers and the colors right from something that I had printed long before we went out to New York. So this was the Stamping Retreat recipe book. So everyone got this little booklet, right? All of the recipes are in here so they could follow along with directions. They're taking these home. They have all of the recipes to do all of the things, so they can keep that. It's a nice little booklet that was in their kit. So everyone got that. Now, when they got there, they had a gorgeous bag, and on their gorgeous bag that held all their supplies, everyone received this a plaque. So this is like a little chalkboard hanger. So here's the hanger part right here. And their first initial was on here, and we have some beautiful, and you've seen me play with these flowers. They are gorgeous flowers. These are hot glued on here. So this is just a nice little hanging plaque with their initial. So that was on the front of their bag as a gift. They also received, this was my name tag. So this is a name tag. They are magnetic. I bought some magnets so that we could magnet these right onto our shirts. These are the little paper trimmer. This is from the Crafting With You dies. So we have these little paper trimmers. They were all different colors. Mine is blue because, of course, I wear a lot of blue. This is my color, right? And I printed everyone's name on the computer with some nice font, and we stuck it in that little paper trimmer, and everyone wore a little name tag. Now this is a keepsake because this is a magnet that can go on the refrigerator. So this is a nice little keepsake too. And so everyone had their name tags. It was so cute to see everybody's name tags. In the little baggie, I had a little package of rhinestone jewels. These were bagged up with some punched out hearts and lots of fun colors. On the back of it was this little note that said, "Hope your day sparkles with the laughter of friends, pleasure of stamping, and the wonder of creativity. Please enjoy this package of rhinestone basic jewels and use them to enhance any of your projects today and beyond. Smiles, sparkle, repeat." So this was a little gift that was in their bag too. Now when they got to their place setting, I'm going to show you. We have these really boring, like super boring, right? Packaging that Stampin' Up sells. And then when you're done, you get to fold them together. They fold into this little box. These are gift card boxes. You can order these as a 10-pack with Stampin' Up. So you can fit a little gift card in here. You pop that in here. You can jazz this up however you want. Well, we sure did jazz it up. Let me show you some of our samples. So again, we had bright, bold colors. I have a whole bunch of these left over because we made quite a few. So we have all these colors here, and we had used designer series paper. We made little matching tags with a little punch here. Says "just for you." And then when you open it up, you got a nice little ribbon here. So you can see that we decorated the top of this box with designer paper. And on the inside it says "enjoy the sweeter things in life." And there was full of some little candies that they could enjoy while they were stamping. And then they have a cute little gift box that they can take home, whether they repurpose it, you know, keep it for themselves. That was sitting at their table, their little place when they picked their spot to sit and stamp. They had that nice little treat right there. We also had the main stamper. This was our quiz. Do you know the main stamper? So we had a quiz. This was a lot of fun. There was multiple guests, so you didn't have to really know. And everyone got a fun pen. Now this is a boring pen. These are the fun pens. These are some of my leftovers. This is designer series paper in the barrel of these pens. So the pens come apart because they are refillable. And we put little pieces of designer paper in here to make them fun. So again, they've got a nice little pen. We played some games. They got door prizes. They got game prizes. We had a couple of games. We played the cardstock DSP game. We played the musical stamps was hilarious. That was a lot of fun. So I'm going to pull out the cards here and show you our cards. So we used of course, the truck builder, the trucking along, just a super popular item. So this is what we did. We did some masking for this card. So this is the front of the card. This was very vanilla cardstock. This was my sample. So we just did some masking here and we added in some of the Gone Fishing DSP. We used the neutral color, or the ink color here, Wild Wheat, which is just a very neutral color palette. We stamped this with the palm tree, the surfboard, and a little life ring here. I made my truck rusty, so I colored it so it was a little rusty, but everyone got to color their truck in. This bundle will be available, the punch, I think is what's out of stock right now, in October. So if you haven't gotten that yet, come back in October, check it out. This is the inked and tiled. This was a fun fold, so I'm going to open it up and show you how beautiful and fun this is, right? So we did 2 fun fold cards. This, of course, these are punches. This is the inked and tiled bundle, and I want to let you know demonstrators are now seeing sneak peeks of the upcoming September to December mini catalog. There is another stamp set that goes with the inked and tile, and I love when they make multiple sets that go with something that they already have in the annual catalog. So you're going to see another set of a stamp that's going to go with inked and tile, those punches. But that's the fun fold right there. I love to do a good fun fold. Maybe I'll review that on a Thursday. All right, this one looks like a fun fold, but it's really not. So we used the Rise and Shine Rooster. Again, this is with some Stampin' Blends and coloring. This paper, if you don't recognize it, this is from the paper that has the planets and the starry sky. This is one of the patterns in there. We did some embossing and some die cutting. We've got this die cut stylish shape, which I love. And then we stamped our little fence on here. We've got a sunshine. So here's Rise and Shine. The little rooster's riding a skateboard. These are all dies. Super fun and cute. Sending you a big squeeze. This was a really pretty card. This is Daffodil Delight and Flirty Flamingo with Lemon Lime. So we did the specialty die cutting where we did the hybrid embossing folder. So we stamped, we die cut and embossed all at the same time with that one. The rhinestones on here are gorgeous, the ribbon. And then with the extra little lemon pieces, you could put them on the inside if you wanted to, because this will cut out 4 of these at the same time. So that was our little lemon card. Here comes another fun fold. This one features the Country Inn paper, which was, I think this card was a really big hit with everybody. We've got the Sentimental Park, I believe, is the items that are in here. Now this card, I received this card. I didn't keep the card, but I did a Mayflower swap, and Cindy, my friend Cindy, used this card recipe. I wrote down all the dimensions and took great notes before I sent this on to somebody else. And then I used this card recipe to create this card. So again, a fun fold card. So you're folding it just so. You're building the panels as you go, and each one overlaps a little bit. And we overlap just slightly here, but our paper allowed it. When you hold it out flat just like this, you can see each of the panels really well. But this was a lot of fun. The ribbon wraps here around the back. This was just a really gorgeous card. I love this one. It was a big hit. This one is the Life is Sweeter with You. This is, of course, the milkshake, the Share a Milkshake card. Pool Party and Freesia. Perfect colors. Again, you're seeing this ribbon that I used on tonight's card right here. This ribbon is just gorgeous. I love this ribbon. And it's sometimes not a fan of ribbon, but this ribbon is one of, like, it's a hit with me. I absolutely adore it. These cute little embellishments. There was some purple ones. There was some that were kind of more pool party or peacock color that would have looked good on here. Some of my girls got really clever and filled this cherry in completely with cherry ink, and it actually looked so cute. I love when I see the creativity and think, wow, you made that better than me, and I would do it that way next time. So that's always so much fun for me to see everybody do their thing. Now this one is a shaker card. So inside here, we've got those cute little shaker thingies. So this is a shaker card. It's all held in here by foam. We used the Beautiful Balloons bundle. We got the fringe die on here. There was some different choices of paper. So depending on who received what, they may have different paper on theirs. But this is actually a Memories and More. We use the balloons on the inside too that we die cut from here. We've got that great specialty paper here. This is Memories and More card base. And there was an envelope, a really colorful envelope that went with that. But that's our shaker card. That was a fun one. The next one is actually kind of a 3-pack. So we have 3 cards that are very similar. These are paper pumpkin refills from the Country Inn, the Welcome Inn, I believe was what it was called. So these are card bases that the paper pumpkin had, and we used the vase punch and die. This one might be my favorite. We also used the background die here. So we recreated this. We used some of the Dainty Delight dies to put greens and flowers into our vase. And of course we had to reframe this and fit these pieces back in. For this card, we just kind of doctored up. We had the frame. So some of these pieces came with the kit, and then we added more in. So we've got the little vase here that matches our background. We doctored up our little flowers a little bit here. And then on this one, I added in some designer series paper and some Daffodil Delight. We took advantage of the little orange Calypso Coral tag from the kit. We made this a birthday card, and we popped up extra flowers on our flowers because we were able to get some little mini flowers in there. So this was kind of a 3-pack right here of paper pumpkin type cards. This one I think was my favorite. This was my slimline card. So this is, I'm holding it down so you can see, it's obviously slimline, right? But I'm going to pick it up. So this is the daisies. Getting a quick sip here. Cheerful daisies. We use the bow punch. I use the bow punch a lot. I love it. We use some gingham paper, the pecan pie. This is pecan pie and bubble bath. So this was just a really gorgeous, absolutely love this color combination, these pinks and browns together, just really over the top gorgeous. And then the last thing that I sent everybody home to do, and I'm going to have to hold this sideways. So if I put it up, you're going to see that it's a frame, but if I put it sideways like this. So this is the pedestal base here, and these pages swing. And these were older Memories and More card pieces. So I gave everyone an assortment of these, some grommets, and they basically, all you have to do is add dimensionals and then put them on here. And then of course you can up and over here, just got up and over one, and then you can continue to create some beautiful designs here with this. So this was their take-home project. They had everything that they needed to take this home and to create this and then beyond. Because I encouraged everyone, please make more. Like, make this into Christmas themed. You know, you can do whatever you want with this, but this was their little project. They got this little frame, all the parts and pieces for this one. And then I received a couple of gifts, and I've shared those. So this was from Jen. This is so gorgeous. This says Rise and Shine. And I was just blown away by the fact that this card that we made, coordinates. Now Jen made this and didn't know that we were making this because I made this and she didn't know. And it's just so funny. So we've got the rooster here, which goes well with the farm, right? Rise and shine. I was just like, wow, this was like just so amazing how things kind of went together. And I just want to share this. Stamping is my main jam. It may be hard to read, my light's gonna catch this. This has beautiful, like, look how many little rolled flowers are in here in these blue colors. Now, what's amazing to me is that I have 4 shirts that I wear during my lives. They're all blue. They have different sentiments. They have sentiments on them. They have different words on them. And I took one shirt to New York, and the shirt I took was stamping is my main jam. I actually wore the shirt that matched this. I had no idea that this was coming for me. These are the cards that I got, one from Jen, one from Deb. This is from Deb. This was just such a lovely and unexpected surprise. I was totally not expecting gifts. I was not expecting the amount of love and outpouring of just graciousness that happened at that event. It was so awesome. I'm looking to see here at messages really quickly. Yes, I did. Melissa says that she loved that I told us how long to cut the ribbon and the directions. Nothing small was missed. I'm all about those details, right? Just like the name tag. The slim card is beautiful. Yeah, we had a really good time. I like to do, and as I said, when I was walking around talking with everyone, I'm like, I want you to always come to class and either learn something, try something new, or explore something that you haven't done in a long time. I don't want my cards to be cookie cutters, same old, like, oh, I just did this design, I just did this. I like them to be completely different. It's just so much more fun that way. We just had such a great time. My cup is so full right now from that retreat. I cannot tell you, if you have never been stamping with a group of ladies, or if you have not been to something big like this where it's a big retreat and you spend the whole day with people, I think that everyone left there on friend terms. Like, there was people like, expect a friend request from me and let's get together and do this again, and where do you live, let's try this together. I mean, it was just amazing. So definitely check them out if you haven't tried these. This really is it's what it's all about. Stamping by yourself in your room is great. It's great therapy, it's relaxing, but when you can do this with someone else, it just takes it to a whole new level. It just completes you. So I just wanted to share that with you. Thanks for checking out all of the projects from my retreat. Thanks for checking out my card class from tonight. Like I said, I might be I'm kind of in low gear tonight. I'm just a little bit tired, but I definitely wanted to come on, hang out with you guys for a little bit and just visit, because it's been a bit. So we're back to business as normal. I'm going to be caught up with all my outgoing things here soon. If you guys have questions, please let me know. I'll check them out. Remember, today's the last day to get your bonus bucks. Tomorrow's August. Tomorrow you can start redeeming bonus bucks. So if you have any questions on how to do that, please contact me. I will help you out. I'll be back with a color swap. I'll be back with a fun fold on Thursday. We're getting right back into a new month. We're back onto all of these great things. If you are interested in checking out the new mini catalog ahead of the customer order in September, all you got to do is sign up to be a demonstrator. It's really that easy, and you're going to get a great deal. You don't have to sell anything. You don't have to even stay on as a demonstrator, but a way to check out the sneak peeks and to order early, because we demonstrators order on August 2nd. So if you wanted to order early, you could sign up as a demonstrator, get the deal, and then jump in as demonstrators do with all those great perks that are coming up. I know we're all really excited about some really amazing products. Like fall products, there's Christmas products, there's winter products, there's everyday dies and products in there that are just, it blows my mind how they covered so many things. All right, well, I'm going to sign off. We have been visiting here for about an hour. Please let me know if you have any follow-up questions. Sandra had a great question. The kits are on sale. I've been spacing a little bit here. I've been kind of, I have too many balls in the air right now, to be honest. God, Dab, the cards were beautiful, and thank you for saying I did a fantastic job. I had some really great feedback from you guys, and I want to let you know, if you gave me feedback by message on Facebook or whatever, I may be using your feedback and promotions for my next retreat. So some of your words may become really famous. Yes, Sandra, the kit sale starts tomorrow. I totally forgot about that. So Stampin' Up! Is running a kit sale, 30% off their kits. You go online, they will be on sale automatically. It runs for the whole month of August. It does not include the paper pumpkin refill kits. So it only includes their kits that they're selling that have not ever been a paper pumpkin kit. So make sure you guys are checking that out. That is a really good sale. Thank you, Sandra, for bringing that to our attention too, because totally spaced about that. So that is a good thing. We've got a sale coming. Stampin' Up! Has been sending us a lot of sales lately. So they want our business. They're giving us reasons to buy. They really are. So there we have it. All right. I think that is everything. I went over all the fun stuff. I hope you enjoyed that sneak peek of the retreat. It was just so amazing. I cannot say enough. I am planning, for anyone that is in Maine or wants to come to Maine, I'm planning a Christmas stamp camp, probably late October, early November. So we are going to be doing some really amazing things again with a stamp camp. So I will keep everyone posted on dates, as I need to check on availability at a venue, but we'll be doing another big shebang. It's going to be awesome. So if you missed the New York one, come to Maine. It's great. You're going to love it. All right, everybody, that's it for me. Come to Maine. Elisa says, come to Maine. Maine is beautiful in the fall. You will have a blast. All right, I will be seeing you again throughout the week. Everyone take care. Thank you for spending time with me. I so much appreciate it. Till next time, stay inspired, create something beautiful, share the love. Bye, everybody.